love my coffee in the morning, and good morning, friends. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, you know what? I'd be lonely without you guys. Shout out to all of you great fans and everything else. And welcome to the Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys report. Because literally, you can't sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. There is always something going on with the Dallas Cowboys, day, night, all the time. So that's why we have our Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, before I get to all that, actually, I've got a couple things I want to do. I can't remember your name offhand, but you sent me this Dallas Cowboy helmet. Fits Jobu perfectly. And I found one on eBay similar to it. It was actually in the original case and all that. But I think what I'm going to do, it's crazy because the white part just keeps coming off of it. I'm going to actually take the cage from that one and put him on this one, and then that way Jobu will be wearing this one instead. So shout out to you. And shout out to Daniel and his family. Again, thank you so much for the donation, and I look forward to seeing you guys at the draft. And you're entered into the drawing for the sweepstakes. But I think I'm going to have something special for you, Daniel, when I get to meet you. You really brightened up my day yesterday. Yesterday was a butt ugly day. No, it wasn't butt ugly. I was able to get up out of the bed and be able to have a job to go to, so it wasn't that butt ugly. But, you know, you have difficulties. My truck's in the shop at the moment. Alternator's dead. But I'm fortunate enough to have work that I can do from home today. And shout out to you, Daniel. The proposal is sent to you finally. That paperwork's done. I got more paperwork and a cabinet to build. So, I'm truly blessed to have you guys, to have this channel, and to have the Dallas Cowboys. This week, big week. We've got all kinds of prospects that are coming in. We got Vita Vey that's already come in and so forth. We got Will Hernandez, who seems like he's been living at the Dallas Cowboys because, as he says, his agent is Tyron Smith's agent, so that's why he's been hanging out with them. We've got Vosh, who went from his pro day here with the Cowboys and stuff, and we definitely need a middle linebacker, and so on. So the thing you got to remember is pretty much since 2007, almost every one of our first-round draft picks has come to Dallas for a visit. So you can best believe that one of these 30 guys that are in here will be one of our picks. So hopefully we get somebody good, and it's not just a college sensation and doesn't do well in the pros. Hopefully we get the guy. So our Dallas Cowboys. I started thinking last night because the word is, or it seems like, the Cowboys are planning on drafting a wide receiver. They brought in more wide receivers and had visits with wide receivers than anything else. We've got the whole Dez Bryant situation, and we don't know what's going to happen on there. But when the season first ended, in my mind I said I'd draft a wide receiver first round. We need a guy who can stretch the field and get the defense to loosen up. That was my initial response before I kind of kicked back and let reality sit in. This team is a running team. This team is a ball control team. We do need a guy who can stretch the field, without a doubt. But we need our defense to take a big step forward. And let's use Jacksonville as an example. Actually, Jacksonville and Minnesota. You can look at both of those teams, which Minnesota changed quarterbacks. And you can look at Jacksonville, who thought about changing quarterbacks. Both of them are not great offensive teams. Don't get me wrong, you had Minnesota with Stephon Diggs and they won a game in the shootout. But for the most part, it's defense that got those two teams to the championship games. Think about that. So as we keep loading up on our offense year after year and always having basically a top 10 offense for the most part every year with Tony Romo, we're not getting to the championship game. Yet teams with lesser offenses do because of their defense. Jacksonville went from the toilet bowl to the championship game. And I dare say, Calais Campbell was a huge, he's huge. I mean, he's 6'8", 300 plus pounds. A huge reason for that. 14 and a half sacks definitely helps bump up the team. But the defense shut the other guys down. The defense got the ball for the offense. And when that defense was better, it made the offense better. It gave them the ball more times. It gave them the ball on short fields. Our philosophy has been wrong, in my mind at least. And again, I'm a guy with a day job on a voodoo doll, so what do I know? Our philosophy has been, we'll just outscore everybody. We'll have an offense that protects our defense. We'll hopefully just not have them on the field. And I think that that's dead wrong. We need to stop having our defense, little Mary Sisters of the Poor. Let's just hope that it doesn't come down to the wire and we have to stop Aaron Rodgers. Or we'll get the ball and we'll have a catch, no catch, that's a catch. Jacksonville's defense got them to the championship game. Minnesota's defense got them to the championship game. Now, true, they do need offense to go with it. But we have to stop this stuff again of saying we're there to protect our defense. I'm tired of that. Sick and tired of us always trying to protect the defense. And we've been that way for quite a while. And at some point you got to start saying, okay, let's change what we're doing. What we've been doing with Jason Garrett here since 2010 when he was hired is try to outscore everybody. And it hasn't worked. Let's try another direction. Instead of trying to get a wide receiver in the first round, and I'm not saying we don't need to get a wide receiver, but there's a lot of wide receivers out there. We need help on the defense. The middle of our field is weak from the defensive line to the linebacking core to the safety. Flat out. And if we do not address the middle of the field, we're going to have the same results. I'm okay with Jalen Smith being outside. I'm okay with Sean Lee being on the weak side. Sean Lee can't take on the hits as a middle linebacker anymore. You don't want him there because he's going to get injured eventually. But on the weak side, boom, he is money. Sideline to sidelines, there's very few people that are faster as a linebacker. If you get a stud defensive lineman in there, and I know people are like, oh man, that's a wasted pick in the first round. Bull. You get a stud defensive lineman in there that requires an offense to get double teams. It's going to keep the guards from getting out on the linebackers, making Sean Lee stay healthier longer, making the linebackers easier to scrape, making you have to blitz less because you're collapsing the pockets. You got great ends. Making your cornerbacks better because they don't have to hold up receivers as long. And at the end of a game against Aaron frickin' Rodgers, he's not given 5-6 seconds to beat you. If I were the general manager, if I were Will McClay, that's the direction I would go. If you can score 20 plus points a game on average, if you got a good defense, you're going to win most of them. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. It's going to be a busy week. Oh, of course, just to piss off one guy out there, I got to make sure I talk about Dez Bryant. We're still waiting. Stephen Jones says Jerry will meet with Dez Bryant. We don't know when. Originally it was supposed to be sometime this week. Hasn't happened yet. But I think it's going to happen when you least expect it. So we'll see what happens, guys. It's going to be a busy day. I got some more work to do. But as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work.
Hello, friends. Cowboy Jobu here with an unsolicited opinion on the Jobu wings. You were saying about the wings?
The wings are the best I've ever had. Hands down. Awesome.
Okay, well, we've been passing out our recipe. If you actually look on our YouTube channel, we have all the recipes for all this stuff on here.
With the women, with the ladies.
You know that. Okay, slide in a little bit here. Okay, all right, so on 3. Jay, get in there, man. Okay, we're gonna do How About Them Cowboys. Okay, all right, everybody, on 3, How About Them Cowboys. 1, 2, 3.